Northern Ireland is steeped with history and tradition. Dunluce Castle is a fantastic example. Built on a black basalt stack, the walls date back to the 14th century. Giant's Causeway is a popular tourist stop in the north. The naturally formed rocks defy logic with the uniformity in which they represent a 600-million-year-old turn of Mother Nature. There are more than 40,000 stone columns in mass. Just down the road is the beautiful Portstewart golf course, an attraction in its own right. It is a world-renowned links layout.
Well, it's been a terrific club to be professional in. I mean, you can see where we are here, right at the seaside. It's a terrific links golf course, and we have a big membership, and I've had a pretty enjoyable 34 years.
Right alongside the beach, Portstewart is the ideal links challenge. Alan knows it pretty well after 34 years as the pro here.
Well, links golf is played through the sand dunes. It's the original form of golf which originated in Scotland. Over 12 holes on the links, which is the area just off the coast. It's sand dune based, and it evolved that they just played around the golf course, and the bunkers were just the sand dunes, and sheep and animals were wandering around the course, and it was the original form of golf. Anywhere around Ireland you'll find a lot of very good links golf courses, pure links, where you're playing off really a sandy base and through sand dunes.
The opening hole is a signature of the Portstewart layout.
It's a fine starting hole in links golf. It's an elevated tee, and we're heading down about, maybe 70, 80 feet into the fairway. Dog legs to the right, then into a lovely green, amphitheatre-style green, surrounded by gorse bushes and buckthorn, and it's a very nice way to start your golf, looking down through the whole of the fairway. And it has been photographed a great deal. It is a world-renowned photographed hole, certainly.
On to the par 5 fourth.
The fourth hole is a terrific driving hole again. Lots of penalties if you miss the fairway, purely in terms of the dunes. Nothing in bunkers off the tee, no fairway bunkers whatsoever. Second shot winds its way up the fairway, a little bit of a dog leg to the right. There are a couple of greenside bunkers, but the real tough third shot is that the green has quite a severe slope at the front of it. Quite a few undulations on the green, so if you're not, again, selecting your club correctly for your third shot, hopefully it is just your third, you'll find that leaving it short at this hole, you're going to end up with a bogey at the very best. Double bogeys always facing you here if you miss the green.
As you can see, there are a number of stunning holes at Portstewart. All the par 3s are from elevated tees, and the bunkering makes the holes both appealing and intimidating. In true links style, the wind always plays a factor at Portstewart, and that's certainly the case at the risk and reward 11th.
The 11th hole, shortish par 4 in today's terms, but because of that it's a great challenging hole. It's a terrific tee, again elevated tee heading down the fairway, lined with bunkers on the left hand side. Any one of them can catch any standard golfer, whether you're a 24 handicapper or you're one of our younger scratch golfers. All the bunkers are in play for everybody off the tee. As I say, deceivingly short in its measurement, but a big challenge again for the second shot, which is also plateau green, which again means it falls away on several sides. Heavily surrounded by ferns, hence it's called Fernside. It's covered in ferns off the fairway and the back of the green and around the green. But a very nice par 4 taking in its length. Good challenge.
Let's move to the 12th. It offers idyllic views of the surrounding bay.
It's a lovely par 3. It's 166 yards, as I say, elevated down to the green. Again, a fairly generous green for its size, but heavily bunkered. And again, when you're standing up there on the top tee in the blue tees in your championship day, and there's a 40-mile-an-hour wind blowing, you can be hitting a long iron or a wood, or on a nice benign day, which we don't get so many of, you might be hitting a 7 or 8 iron. But that's the challenge of links golf anyway. It's constantly changing.
Probably fair to say that there's a slow pace of life around Portstewart, and there are more than enough distractions off course if your patience is being tested by the links. There is endless charm at every turn. It's that appeal that has attracted some well-known international stars to the region.
Over the past few years, we've been lucky enough to have some of the top American players visit us. Davis Love III has played here. We also had the likes of Michael Douglas playing here, who's not a professional, obviously, but a well-known film actor. And people like that have learnt and heard about Portstewart, and they like to come and play it. But because the likes of the Open Championships always on a links golf course, they like to come over here the week before and play one of the links courses here. And we've been lucky enough to have 1 or 2 of them here.
Portstewart in Northern Ireland is a must-visit for all lovers of links golf. Many believe it is the way the game was intended to be played. It's true that many visitors come to visit the Giant's Causeway, But it's also true that many people come to Ireland purely for golf.